say all the time, God doesn't have an alternate plan.
No, sir. No backup.
So that means those of us who are eligible. That's a pretty good word. I ain't gonna talk about what makes you eligible tonight, but those of us who are eligible and have the privilege or to jump at the opportunity to do something in response to his goodness toward us. I said in response. So what I do on the streets or in the community or overseas is really a responsive action. I'm responding to the goodness of God who brought me out of darkness into marvelous light. But that doesn't happen by happenstance. No. It doesn't happen by accident. It doesn't even happen because I choose for it to happen. It happened because Jesus said, "Follow me, and I will make you to become." That suggests to me that before he started making me, whatever I felt of myself, I was nothing. Isn't it amazing to think you're something you ain't? He said, "Follow me and I will make you to become." I will make you fishers of men. When I look at this record that has been shared with us 3 or 4 times, and Paul somehow or another likes to talk about it in Scripture, I'm amazed because it tells me that if you're going to be an evangelist, if you're going to be a witness for Christ, if you're going to tell somebody else about him, you ought to know something about yourself. You ought to know something about yourself that went on before you became a Christian, that today you ain't ashamed to share. Listen, can I tell you, I don't have much witness for somebody that if I've been a Christian all my life. But there was a then. Anybody else here, can you point to a then? There was a then and there's a now. Yeah, and so I can look back on my then and get help for my. If you can't look back on your then and get help in thanksgiving for your now, then you ain't got a good picture of your then. And Paul seemed to be thankful, be able to tell on more than one occasion in the Bible about his then. Now, being born as we are, our then may not be specifically as Saul, but generally the capability is present. Without Christ, just check it out for a minute. Without Christ in your life, what kind of behavior would you exhibit right now? You see, when you're really looking at what Saul was doing, he was doing that not as a person who was not human, but he was doing it as a person not saved and acting in darkness. And whenever you are in darkness to Christ and what Christ would have you do, you are subject to do anything. so that suggests to us that Christ brought us from an awful state. An awful, I mean, you just look at where you were. And listen, some of us in Austin hadn't totally dumped all of that we brought. Yeah, I'm still dumping stuff. I don't even act like I'm not dumping stuff. But you see, there's some stuff I didn't turn loose when I first got up over that seat. In fact, when I tell you there's some stuff I couldn't turn loose. Even if I had wanted to. But now you couple with that I didn't want to and couldn't. Ain't gonna be no effort to get it loose. I read sometime about conversion experiences. Conversion experiences, when you think about the totality of what it takes to get you from darkness into light, what happens is God takes my dad used to, whenever I was being a little bit out of order, he'd snatch me around. I said, boy, ain't you losing your mind? Well, when we were out there, God had to God couldn't easily pull us away. He had to snatch you away from it because it had such a grip on you. You couldn't turn it loose. So he and listen, you couple where you are and where you were with your desire. Saul had a desire to do what he was doing, and so he sought the authority to do it. And the devil is in the business giving you authority that you think is legitimate. That you think is legitimate to do what is not in keeping with the Lord. Listen, let's say it like this. Have you ever had somebody to tell you that, child, if I were you, if I were you, and it ain't what you're gonna say ain't right, but that's out of the window. If I were you, I wouldn't put up with that so and so. Now that's that outside person. They ain't you. But if I were you, and some of us got to get bold enough to say, but you ain't me. I could get off right there because once the Lord embraces you as he can, you act strange to yourself. I said, once the Lord puts his hands on you right, some folks gonna think you acting crazy when you acting real good sense. Because the life of a real witness, and we're going to get on with this, a real witness is foreign, strange, and completely out of order to somebody who doesn't know. Everybody thought Saul was crazy when he first got saved. We ain't going to get into that right now. But look what happened. The Bible said he desired letters. He wanted to mess up somebody's life. He had a background that nobody who sought to do good wanted to be a part of, except those who are of like mind. Be careful about folk who you think, child, I'm just like you. I understand why you did what you did. that ain't nothing but